Hey guys, me, Johnny and Steve have made a joint statement that will be press released on the outcome of this case, but I wanted to make a small video to talk about it a bit because I've not really been able to say anything whilst it's been going on. Whilst we're obviously happy with the result, I feel like claims like this are way too common now and have become a culture where a claim is made with the idea that a settlement will be cheaper than taking it to court, even if there's no base for the claim. It's really damaging to the songwriting industry. There's only so many notes and very few chords used in pop music. Coincidence is bound to happen if 60,000 songs are being released every day on Spotify. That's 22 million songs a year, and there's only 12 notes that are available. I don't want to take anything away from the pain and hurt suffered from both sides of this case, but I just want to say I'm not an entity. I'm not a corporation. I'm a human being. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm a son. Lawsuits are not a pleasant experience, and I hope with this ruling it means in the future baseless claims like this can be avoided. This really does have to end. Me, Johnny and Steve are very grateful for all the support sent to us by fellow songwriters over the last few weeks. Hopefully we can all get back to writing songs rather than having to prove that we can write them. Thank you.
Well, that news story has made me feel a lot more positive about the world. Common sense has prevailed and justice has been done, and Ed Sheeran is a free man. Well, I don't think he was ever going to prison, but, you know, he didn't copy anything. That was so clear to me. I made another video about this. I'll leave a card in the corner here that you can click on, and please look at the video. It was really good. I analysed the two choruses of the songs, you know, the base of this court case, the basis of the claim being made by Sami Switch was that the two choruses were very, very similar, and that therefore Ed Sheeran had copied him, had used his music in some way. So it was essentially, you know, a copyright claim. It was absolute madness. There was no way, there was no shred of sincerity in Sami Switch's demeanour. And I did mention that. Someone had a go at me for saying that in the comments on my previous video, that I mentioned the way he looked. And I'm sorry, you know, sometimes your gut tells you things that the evidence never could. You know, it wouldn't stand up in court to say that Sami Switch looks shifty, but he does. So he kind of, it was so sleazy. It's so sleazy. If you look at the two songs, right? You look at the two songs, the really good one, well-composed one by Ed Sheeran, and the shit one by Sami Switch, which is just an absolute cringe fest. If you look at those two songs, the similarity isn't that big. I'm sorry, people saying that it's oh why, oh why, oh I, oh I. Yeah, okay, right. They're not exactly unique lyrics, are they? You know, there are going to be some coincidences. Ed Sheeran absolutely hit the nail on the head with everything he said in that 60-second video statement that he made there. It was fantastic. He was eloquent. He was concise. It was amazing. Like he said, there are 60,000 new songs on Spotify every day, 22 million a year, and only 12 chords are used in pop music. I mean, it was just such a great little exhibition of his knowledge and expertise in the area, showing that he's thought a lot about this. He clearly wants to clear his name, show that, as he said, he's not a corporation. He's not there trying to ruin smaller artists. He's there writing his music, trying to make the world a more positive place. You know, I'm not a big Ed Sheeran fan or anything like that. I can just appreciate a talented person when I see them. And I think, like I say, we've all got a gut instinct to see a sleazeball when we see one. And Sami Switch, sorry, I mean, I'm sure everyone's capable of becoming a better person and learning from their mistakes, but I think this guy, there's something about me that's about him. Freudian slip. Something about him that says, that screams narcissist, right? You know, the smaller artist of a similar age who just feels jealous of the other one's success. And that's the way I called it. And hey, I could be wrong, but so if you think I'm wrong, then you think the judge is wrong, you think the jury or whoever made the decision is wrong. I'm just glad that common sense and, for me, justice have prevailed. That's how I see this thing. This is a positive video for me today. I'm not hating on Sami Switch. I'm loving Ed Sheeran. I'm really really genuinely happy for him, and I think it could set a precedent for, you know, I don't know, maybe hopefully these baseless claims get thrown out of court more easily. Suppose it's how much you spend on lawyers. I don't know. It did feel though like, you know, there have been cases over the last few years which I felt were sort of kind of unfair. You know, you had the Verve for years suffering from the fact that they sampled a Philharmonic Orchestra's version of a Rolling Stones song for a Bittersweet, what was it called? Bittersweet Symphony. And then you had Men at Work losing all the royalties to A Land Down Under because of the sampling of Kookaburra Sits in the Old Gum Tree. The little... Hang on, I might get my video demonetized for that. Yeah, it feels fantastic when these scumbags don't get their way. Screw it. I'm not going to be prudent. I'm not going to be the bigger man like Ed Sheeran was there. He was fantastic. He didn't go on the offensive. He said both sides have suffered. Have they? No, they haven't. Ed Sheeran has had to suffer. I know he's a millionaire with millions of fans all over the world, but it's not nice to go through a court case like that and have your name dragged through the mud like Sami Switch has tried to do to him. And I'm really happy for Ed Sheeran that that Sami Switch has just got to crawl back under the rock from whence he came. And yeah, what else is there to say about this? Take a look at the video. I did analyse the two songs. You know, I do know what I'm talking about. I'm not a music expert, but I was right. That's what we need to take away from this. I was right. Yeah. I don't know. See you in the next one.